far as I can tell.
Yeah, yeah.
We are live. I'm changing titles. I put the wrong title last week.
Okay.
I put the wrong number, that is, on the stream, but the actual... This is 209. 209. Oh, and just so you know, I'm going to pull together a document that has all our flight information and hotel information and all
good
that
idea.
stuff on a single sheet, and I'll send it to you, everybody.
Yeah, good idea.
And that way everybody knows when everybody's coming in, and also specifically where we're staying. So, and remember, we're not as close as we were last year because we were getting a bigger place for everybody.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's not a walking distance, but it's roomy.
Yeah, that's why I got the backpack. So I got the backpack so I wouldn't have to go back to the hotel with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be able to walk around and have stuff.
Yeah. And I've heard zero about Media Pass.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Nothing at all. Did yours come back and say just you specifically, or?
I've never gotten an email. I didn't even know I put mine in.
Did you got something saying you didn't, right?
No. Oh.
I
didn't even know. I thought you were doing it for us.
No, you and I on one of the shows, or right afterwards, you and I both filled out the forms separately so that we would actually possibly get two. Was the goal. And
yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, okay. I thought you told me you got a no.
A
couple weeks ago.
No, I don't even remember doing it.
Well, we did. You did.
I don't remember doing anything.
Or I think what might have happened is we did it for each of us separately.
Yeah. I thought last year you did it, or 2 years ago you did it for both of us.
I did it together.
Okay, I got you.
So this year I did it separately.
I got you.
And I've actually sent an email to our contact there and have heard absolutely nothing back.
Interesting. That's weird. Well, I almost felt like emailing Josh Augustine and being like, "Yo, dude, can you hook me up with a media pass?" Because I remember the year we went, Josh didn't have anything, and he found something. But I didn't want to bug him.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I was kind of hoping that would work out at least one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I had some ideas on that one, so figured out.
This is awful.
What?
I am really bad at this game.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for you to finish your game you weren't supposed to start because we were going to hit record. And...
Wow. I started a Tavern Brawl because I could just stop it, and there's no rope in this Tavern Brawl.
True. Well, I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, I needed to talk about some Hearthstone. It was tough.
Did you listen to last week?
Oh yeah, I tweeted out while I was listening.
I didn't look at it. Twitter. I haven't looked at. I usually do, but
I was like replaced.
Anne says she's glad you're back too.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, hey, Anne. Yeah. I'm super excited to be back.
Ah, there it is. I've been replaced.
Yeah. Oh, I'm quiet this week because I'm actually playing the Hearthstone. I'm trying to beat the Headless Horseman, and having a tough time. This is like my 12th time playing against him. Definitely not easy.
Oh, volume wise. Let's see here.
Oh, volume wise, interesting. I'm right up against the mic.
Okay, how's that?
I don't know. How is it? How do I sound? Do I sound good?
Any
Do I
better?
sound bad? Are people upset that I'm
Much
here?
better, she said.
Why is this?
Well, I think what happens is I had to turn
got rid of him.
I had to turn Zeroshio down last week.
Oh yeah, you know the show sounded great last week. I was extremely jealous. I was like, wow, I wish I sounded that good.
So I last night or the night before last, I jumped on to the podcast server for WoW and played there, and one of the guys was on there from 1600 Dust, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got my druid up to dungeon run level, and healed through a couple dungeons, and
Nice.
got him up to 19.
Good deal.
So resto druid.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I'm like level 11.
6.
You're level 6?
You are 6.
Oh, I'm level 6. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he asked me, so did Espo give you any money or anything? I'm like, no. Espo didn't give me any money in the game, no. It's like, well, I'll hook you up if you need some. I'm like, no, I wanna try and farm my way up, and I actually farmed a bunch of mine and herbs and sold them in the auction house, and just now logged in to check, and I had made 140 gold. Woohoo!
Nice. Well, when we record, I'll let you know what I've been doing.
Okay.
I've been making some gold. So, yeah.
Not in Hearthstone.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely in Hearthstone.
What?
But I'll let you know how I did that.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
I have a feeling there's going to be very few people tuning into the show tonight, although there are just 3 right now at the moment. But because Red Dead Redemption 2 came out tonight, and everybody and their dog's playing that right now.
I've never heard of it.
It's on PlayStation and Xbox. It's a console game,
okay.
but it is long awaited. It was 2 years in the making, or I think it was pushed back 2 years, and it's a big deal. I actually looked on Twitch, and Twitch was providing a room for Disguised Toast to stream Red Dead Redemption 2 for an hour, and he was on there doing that.
Okay.
We know you are, and she's here to support us.
There we go. I beat the Headless Horseman, finally.
Is that your first one?
Yes.
Oh my, how many times have you tried?
That was about a dozen.
Oh my, second game I got it.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Yeah. Yep. All right. All right. Let's talk about some Hearthstone. I keep wanting to say stuff, but
okay.
We're not recording.
Waiting on you. Are you ready now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, say one more thing and make sure I won't have you too loud.
One more thing, because I don't want to be too loud.
Okay, good. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Legend of the Innkeeper. I'm Vastidius.
And I am back.
About time.
Dude. Wow. Wow. It is, yeah, I feel like I've been around the world in less than 80 days. it's been a whirlwind. It's been crazy. For those of you who don't know, I've been out for 3 episodes, I think.
Total, yeah.
Between hurricane and family stuff, and hurricane and family stuff. Yeah, 2 hurricanes and 2 big family issues. I think I'm done. I think I'm ready for BlizzCon.
Oh, well, there's a good thing that this time next week we'll be there.
I know, right? This time next week. Let me see.
This time next week we will be recording a live episode of Legend of the Innkeeper. No. We're recording a live episode of Legend of the Innkeeper on a stage with 4 other guests. They'll be joining us, right? At Con Before the Storm, because it's our show, right?
I don't know about that. Well, I'll be on the stage. It'll be more than 4 other people. But yeah, so next week around this time. I'm not good with time zones, but I think it's really 3-hour difference. But next week about this time, we will be at the World of Podcasts, the Con Before the Storm, and I will be with various other podcasters talking about Hearthstone. Super stoked. Oh my gosh, it's going to be incredible. Going to be so much fun. It's and I need it. Oh my gosh, dude. I need to get with my friends and my people and just talk about some Hearthstone and get out there and chill out. Just chill out and enjoy. But I've been playing a little bit, not as much as I'd want, obviously, because of what's been going on with me. But just checking my stats here, it looks like 1,240 dust. So I think I caught you in dust, dude. I think I finally caught you in dust, right? Is that
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you say 1,200?
Yeah, I'm up to 1,240 dust. So 1,240 dust. Did I pass you?
Sure, if you had a 0. I'm
kidding.
I'm at 9,570.
And yet you still have a golden whiz-bang, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I crafted a golden Dr. Boom, the new one.
Dr. Boom Mad Genius. Yes. I think I knew about that. Anyway, I was just kidding. I knew you were way ahead of me.
Well, the sad thing is that Zoroshi was ahead of both of us. You put ours together, wow. And we're nowhere near him. Yeah.
Crazy. But I am at 640 gold, so probably 100 gold up from the last time, which is 3 weeks ago.
That's what you were ahead of me. What happened? Because you're not ahead of me anymore. I'm ahead of you. I got 950.
I'm possibly 100 or so gold more than I was last time we talked, which was 3 weeks ago.
Well, I've definitely pushed that up a little bit.
It was tough, man.
I'm gonna definitely push 1,000 before next week. I'm hoping to do a few more than that, but not much more. It's not gonna be much more than that.
Well, I've been on the road a lot. Like I said, with family in Pennsylvania.
It's a good thing Hearthstone is a mobile game.
Yeah, but my mobile account is free to play. It's not this account. So my mobile account. Sign out and
sign back in.
Dude, you can do that? That's a great. I don't have to play on my PC on the. I thought your account. No, I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Good. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna quit right now.
No, I just what I like to do is I like to play my free to play account on my cell phone, my smartphone, whatever. It's still a cell phone. So I play my free to play account on that phone, and I play when I'm on my PC, sitting here in this chair right here. I play my main account. So I've been neglecting my main account. I haven't really been playing a lot on my mobile account, but my mobile account's doing pretty good, and that's my free to play account. I don't put any money into that. But I did manage to play some WoW, at least enough to run the auction house, selling some ore, which I farmed up, and selling some leather, which I farmed up, got me probably 400, 500 100k gold, and the tokens went down to 108,000, I think, or 109, and I snatched 2 of those. They were and I traded them in. So I did get some Hearthstone cash, not necessarily Hearthstone gold on this account. So on my main account, I now am a proud owner of the Suranoyo bundle. Thanks to farming of ore and farming of gold in the world of Warcraft. So, and that's what I told myself. I told myself this next bundle or this next expansion, I would go ahead and use my WoW gold to pay for.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You said which bundle?
The Suranoyo?
Oh, Suranoyo.
I think so.
Yeah. No, that's
is
right.
That the latest one? See, I apologize.
Not called that, but yes.
I've been out of it. It's a bundle that comes with 20 Witchwood cards and it's the Suranoyo
Hallow bundle.
Okay, yeah. So it's 20 packs for 25% off and a new hero. It's Suranoyo is the paladin hero you get.
Well, see, the funny thing is that I was doing a little research before the show of some of the things that have happened in the past, kind of leading towards the expansion that is going to be announced at BlizzCon, likely. Yeah. And one thing was mentioned is back last year around this time, there was a website that was registered called the Cenarian Circle, which is the Druids order that is a World of Warcraft. And it sounded like you said the scenario bundle. And I'm like going,
oh yeah.
Wait a second. Did you think maybe that's related? And so it threw me off.
Yeah, you didn't get the Cenarian Circle bundle, which is the new expansion.
Yeah, I totally got it.
Yeah, new expansion's out, and it's Naxxramas, and I got it.
Naxxramas, yeah.
Naxxramas is out.
It's back out again.
Yeah. Whoa, it came out before? Wow. So yeah, I've been playing Druid still, trying to get my 500. I am currently at 455 Druid wins. So I have been playing Druid when I've been playing, and in those 20 packs or in a pack somewhere, I can't remember exactly where because I've been, on and off sporadically, I pulled a Mechathon. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is awesome. But the deck I wanted to play it in, I'm not playing right now. I'm not playing Priest right now. I just got my Golden Priest a while back, and I'm not playing Priest, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a Mechathon Druid. So I went ahead and created the Mechathon Druid deck that I thought would work, and had a little bit of luck, tweaked some things, and dude, I found the way to do it, and it is fun, dude. I was talking to my friend Jacob that I work with, and we were chatting while I was working on a bike, and I'm like, dude, check this out, and I showed him, and he's like, dude, that is awesome. And I'm sure other people have done it too, but it includes Fulbidinous Floop, where it's like the only 2 creatures you have are Fulbidinous Floop and Mechathon, and the rest is just control stuff and draw and ramp. So you just
is that what you meant by saying that you knew that it was just all spells?
Yeah. So I just control, draw, and then play Mechathon. And of course, my hand is filled with cards and Fulbidinous Floop, but it's filled with enough cards that the next turn I can play a 4-cost Mechathon and then empty my hand until I only have 1 card left in my hand, and that's Naturalize. And I naturalize the 4-cost Mechathon for the win.
Gotcha.
And it's, oh my gosh, so satisfying. And I'm running about 50% with it. I believe you were spectating my last game I tried to play, and I was unfortunately going up against a very, very fast Death Rattle Hunter. He had, I believe on turn 4, he had hatched 4 or 5 Devilsaur eggs. So those are the eggs that are 0/3s, and you can trigger their death rattles with certain other cards, and they hatch a 5/5 Devilsaur.
Yeah.
And I think it was turn 4 or 5. He had already hatched 1 and had like 3 or 4 on the board.
Wow.
It was crazy, and it's tough. I mean, I have a pretty powerful control-y druid deck that I'm running with Mechathune, and I can usually handle any onslaught. But yeah, that was tough. But I've also been playing Spiteful Druid, and Spiteful Druid's fun because you have the new mech hippopotamus mulch muncher. I don't know if you're familiar
Oh
with
yeah.
him. But I only play 2 spells in my Spiteful, and those are Ultimate Infestation. They cost 10, and Mulch Muncher is a 10 cost when he's not reduced. Of course, he's not reduced because he's not in your deck. So you have a chance to get him, and I think he's a 8/8, 10 cost 8/8 hippo with rush, not charge, and he's cool. So you get him. You can get Tyrantus. I mean, there's so many.
He's
cool
an 8/8
cards.
mech for 10.
Yeah,
with rush.
yeah. So I usually get him and can smash a few minions before I smash face. So Spiteful and Mechathune Druid is what I've been trying to play. And like I said, I'm currently at 455 wins, so not too bad, close to that 500 mark. And I'm actually starting to think about what class I'm going to play next. And it's tough, man. It might be Warrior. I might have to go to Rez and have him kind of guide me through some, because, the Rez loves the Warrior. But, yeah, I got Mage, Shaman, and Warrior left after this, because this will be my 6th.
Cool.
So I can't believe I'll have 6 Golden Heroes. That's
awesome.
That's insane. I mean, I know everybody and their brother has all Golden Heroes by now, but not me. Not me. I play too many fun decks. All my decks are like 50% win rate, which actually isn't too bad. And speaking of 50% win rate, so I told you I was talking to my friend Jacob the other night.
Yeah.
So he had taken some time off and did nothing with Boomsday. Nothing. So I said, dude, check this out. I said, you don't have any cards, right? He's like, well, from Boomsday, not really. I get the freebies every once in a while. I said, okay, do me a favor. Check out this card. Whiz Bang. So he looks it up. And I said, how much dust do you have? And he's like, Fastidious. And I said, I'm sorry. And he had like 10,000 dust or something.
Oh, no.
And I said, all right. I said, trust me. Just trust me. Craft a golden Whiz Bang. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. And he's like, well, what? And I said, just search for it. Do it. So he went in, and crafted the golden Whiz Bang. I'm like, there you go. You got 19 full golden standard decks.
With cards you don't have.
He's like, what? And I said, watch. And so I went ahead and I queued up with mine. We were at my, don't tell my boss. We were at my desk and I'm supposed to be wrenching on a bicycle. And I said, check this out, dude. So I queued up and I said, oh, playing Druid. And he was like, so it's random? I said, yeah. So you have the 2 deck recipes from the past 2 expansions. So Witchwood and Boomsday. And you have 9 classes. So you have 18 decks. And guess what? They're all golden. And you have all the cards in all the decks. And the only downside is it is random. And they're not like your super meta decks, not super popular. But yeah, I told him, I was like, dude, and I had just queued in, right? And I got Druid. And I got the Witchwood Druid. So this past one. And it had some Astral Tigers in it and a few other cool cards. And I said, yeah, as long as you know how to play Hearthstone, you'll be okay. And of course I won. I was like, yeah, because how am I going to show an example and not win, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I ended up winning, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So he was pretty excited about the golden Whiz Bang. And he actually got a friend into Hearthstone, and he's going to try to convince his friend, which shouldn't be too hard after showing them, what Whiz Bang does.
Yeah.
If you're a free-to-play player or you're a new player, crafting Whiz Bang is one of the best things you can do, in my opinion. Because you don't have to play that much. You just have to know how to play each class and have a little understanding about each class's mechanics and each card's mechanics, and you'll be fine. I was pretty excited, and I was actually, I'd consider myself kind of lucky that I actually pulled off a win with that golden Druid. But yeah, just off the seat of my pants, it's like, here we go. We're gonna do this. Boom, one. Yes. Okay, there you go. Crafter whiz bang, and he did. And I'm
Nice.
sure he's having fun right now. Actually, he's not on, but he will be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the 3 weeks, I guess. These past 3 weeks have been kind of crazy, but I did manage to get a little bit of Hearthstone in here and there, and oh my gosh, I am beyond ready for BlizzCon.
Sure.
And now today,
Right?
and Rez can attest to this. You know what? Let's just. I guess we're ready for news.
No, you haven't given me a chance to say what I've done. Okay. So just to be upfront and honest, I went ahead and I've got a quest to watch somebody spectate for 40 gold. You know that little quest, and you've been
No, I think it's
whatever it is.
It's a pack you get. Spectate.
Yeah.
You get a pack. Yeah.
So the spectate quest, and I spectated our good friend Anjin earlier, and he lost his match unfortunately because it was brutal. I mean, it was brutal. He's like, you had to watch me when I was losing. I'm like, we'll come back.
That's tough. That's
so I had stopped to start the show, and then I was just in it again trying to check something because I opened the 20 pack package also, and I was trying to remember which. I actually got legendary out of that pack. And I couldn't remember what it was, and it was Chameleos. So I got my Chameleos finally.
Oh, sweet, dude.
Happy about that.
I have him. Yeah, he's cool.
So I got that, and then while I was in the match, I'm thinking, well, Espo's rambling on. I'll just go ahead and spectate somebody else while he's talking. And so I got back in there watching him, and he's like, no, I'm losing again. Why are you back in here? You're supposed to be doing a podcast. And it was just funny. So yeah, I'm spectating him while we chat. But I did want to say that I did play a little bit. I'm at 9,570 dust, 950 gold, and I have 381 mage wins, which is the same number I had 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm not worried about your mage wins. Obviously, your gold is more than mine, and your dust. It's just... How many wins do you have this month?
Oh, I definitely have that. At least 5. Because I'm positive. Because absolutely positive.
I gotta keep track of you now, dude.
No,
like, come on, what are you doing?
that week you left, you weren't on the show. Instead of doing the show, I streamed until I got my 5 wins.
Okay.
So I have my 5 wins. I promise.
Good.
Got it done. We won't let that happen again.
Okay.
So,
goodness.
The other thing I did this last week was we have an arena pass that was available because there's a new arena with the Hollow's End event, and I did jump into that and played and actually did pretty good. I had 4 wins through that arena.
Wow, dude.
So I was happy. 1.
I'm not telling you to wait. I'm just telling you how many wins I got.
You finished? Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, I had 1 win.
Oh, sorry. Well, I got 4. I was happy with that. That was pretty good. So, I love Arena. I enjoy it. I just don't want to put the funds into it, and I wish I was good enough to occasionally win enough to pay for it, so to speak.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work out that well. I was talking to Zeroshio last week, and we were talking about this. You probably heard this on last week's show. Or we were talking about it offline, so I don't remember which one it was, and I'll just repeat the story anyways. But he was talking about they found the best way to compete in a tournament he was in. Was it a tournament? Oh! It was the we talked about it last week. There's a Reddit event going on Reddit that was a lot of streamers and stuff where you go through and they create a brand new account. They have to play the game without any funds being added to the game. They have to play it straight from the way it is from the beginning, and trying to get to 5,000 gold, the first one to get there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that ended up, but he said the best way to do it was they were finding us to do arena runs, because the arena runs, you get the gold rewards at the end, and especially a lot of those players were good enough to win numerous matches in order to get a positive amount on their arena run. So that was a way to do that, because one, you don't have to have the cards. You get the cards automatically and by drawing, so you don't have to have a collection, and you get the bonus money whenever you win really well, if you, especially if you can get 12 wins. So that was a pretty cool idea. So I thought that was interesting. But yes, and that's it. And I did do the Headless Horseman, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, and that's about all. So I had a great time with Rosaroshka last week. I'm sorry you weren't here, but you know, if things don't work out, we do have a co-host backup.
Oh,
so.
Zero's incredible. I can't say enough about Zero. He's awesome.
Okay. Well, so yes, BlizzCon news. Let's talk about it, because there's not a whole lot of news right now, because guess what? BlizzCon's about to come up. When BlizzCon's about to come up, nothing happens on the news front. I'm surprised we had as much news as we did last week. That was crazy last week. However, the last thing that's been released is they announced who the end party celebration music entertainment is going to be at BlizzCon. You know, the year we got to go 2 years ago was Weird Al Yankovic. Mm-hmm. Last year was Muse. This year, it's not one band. It's three, so to speak. 3 music entertainment pieces. On the main stage is a pop band called Train.
Oh, welcome. Come warm your frozen peas by the fire.
Whoa, what happened?
I'm hearing Hearthstone. You know what? That was weird. I know why.
You would hear that. Are you playing Hearthstone?
I am, but I don't know why it's all of a sudden coming through. That's weird.
How could you play Hearthstone during a Hearthstone podcast?
No, I'm not playing it. I'm not.
You're watching, trying to get your pre-pack.
I am, but I don't know where that's coming from. Okay. Anyways, yes, Train on the main stage, and what's really cool is that they're gonna have also Kristen Nairn. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but everybody knows him as Hodor from Game of Thrones TV show. He's a DJ,
and everybody knows him as the DJ that BlizzCon 2016.
That's right. He was at BlizzCon 2016, yeah. So he's going to be DJing again, awesome. But he's going to be on a separate stage at the Overwatch Arena at 8:15. Yeah, but that's not all. Lastly, over on the Heroes of the Storm stage is Lindsey Stirling.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Oh yeah, I'm like, you know, usually I'm okay with the bands. I'm like, I'm not a big fan. Not whatever, you know. Weird Al was kind of cool. It's like I've never seen Weird Al in person, and you know, this might be interesting. And it turned out it was okay. It wasn't great. It was just fine. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Muse that much, and most of the bands I'm not that big into. But Lindsey Stirling, dude, we'll be there up front, best if we can. If we get up there and just crank that one out.
Oh my gosh, Lindsey Stirling's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
So in my classroom for the past, I want to say probably 7 years. Maybe even 8 years, as long as she's been I think I even played her when she was just on America's Got Talent. She did a few covers and a few collaborations. I played her in my classroom. My kids, you know, I teach elementary school art, and I always play music while the kids are doing their artwork, and I've always played Lindsey Stirling. So today when I found out, I went wild. I went crazy. I immediately call Rez, and I'm like, dude, because we were so on my way to school today. I called Rez, and I was talking to him, and I'm like, dude, you know what? We don't know yet. We don't know who the musical guest is yet. And I just talked about that with him this morning. And of course, someone must have heard us talking, because when Rez and I talk, people, and they heard us, and they said, okay, we got to get these through. Let's tell everybody.
Well, cool.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be awesome. So excited.
Yeah, that's really fun. It can be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I like the idea of doing 3 different bands, because that gives people options if they're not interested in one or 2, that they can go to something they are interested in. Plus, it spreads the crowd over multiple stages.
Yep.
Because, you know, we were there with Weird Al, and we were wandering because it was packed down there at one end of the auditorium, but there were other events still going on at the time when they're wrapping up. So we wandered down to the other areas, but we were tired too. We were beat. That was the end of the day. I was beat, man.
It was so incredible.
So
I just can't wait.
Very cool. Looking forward to it. But that's it on the news. There's not much out there.
Yep.
So there is, again, this is the week they're doing the Headless Horseman rides. Is the current Tavern Brawl.
Espo mode.
Yeah. So they did one last week that was a little different that we talked about last week. And this is the second time we've seen this one. And they sounds like that there was actually a developer conversation that happened on the blog site for Blizzard talking about this event and how they're looking to do more of these holiday type related events. And they're looking forward to doing a few more of these. But anyways, this is pretty cool. Very, very reminiscent of the event that's actually going on in World of Warcraft at the same time. Because basically you attack the Headless Horseman, and when you defeat him, or at least get him down to 0 health, he suddenly, it changes to his head, comes off, and he becomes a minion on the board. A 2 attack, 35 health minion. And you have to kill that too. So
yeah,
that's really cool. And all the lines he says are from what I remember in the game, because in World of Warcraft. And the funny thing is, Pat Nagel is one of the designers in the game in Hearthstone. He actually is the one who designed the Headless Horseman of World of Warcraft.
Oh, very cool.
So it's his kind of creation that he's brought over
Neat.
with this. So a lot of fun with that. So the way it works, do you want to talk about how it works?
Yeah, I can talk about how it works. So obviously you queue into it, and it comes up with your mulligan.
Yeah, considering you've done it a lot more than I have. But
yeah,
sorry.
4. You have you don't choose a class. You just have, I forget what you're called, but it looks like a town crier with a lantern. He's like standing there. That's your hero, and you have 3 or 4 Stormwind champions as your mulligan.
Yeah, and if you send them all back, guess what you get in return?
You get the same thing.
You get the same thing.
So you click continue, you mulligan, click continue, and your turn comes up, and you have 3 choices. So basically you're choosing a costume, and your costume is your deck. So the witch costume is your one choice. It's like a discover.
Mm-hmm.
So witch costume, and your hero power is witchcraft, and it's a passive hero power. If you have enough mana, your spells cost double and cast a second copy. The deck is based on spell synergies. So kind of cool. I found myself only wanting to play 1 of the spells, but yet I had enough mana to play 2. So I had to play another card first so I wouldn't have to pay the double and get double. It was kind of odd. I kept running into sap in my hand, and sapping the same minion twice wasn't something that I really wanted to do. It was a little odd. I ran into overload cards that I really didn't want to cast twice. The witch costume I really didn't like. I played it 3 times long. Then, of course, I go straight to the cat costume. So the cat costume is the hero power Sense Weakness. Whenever a non-boss, and it's a passive, whenever a non-boss enemy survives damage, and that's any enemy on the other side of the board that you damage or it damages by attacking one of your minions, whenever it survives damage, you get to summon a 1/1 cat, and the deck is based on beasts, and you get the spells called a spell like Claw that comes from the Druid class. So you get random Druid, Hunter, and maybe some other beast synergistic spells. Really cool. Played with that and lost probably 2 or 3 times. So I'm at like 5 or 6 losses so far. So I decide, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with the pirate costume, which is your 3rd and final choice. Hero power, It is called Conscript, and the passive is your minions count as pirates, and your deck is based on pirate synergies. So every minion you play is considered a pirate, and your hand always has a card in it, and I think it's called Captain Cookie. Every time you play a pirate, this card gets +1/+1, so you can crank him up like crazy because all you have are mostly minions in your deck that you play, and they obviously have pirate synergies, and it's so much fun. So you can drop him, but here's the bad thing. So I played this probably 6-7 times. I think I ended up just winning tonight right before the podcast, and every time I played him, the other player, Headless Horseman, would have a Shadow Word Death. Shadow Word Death. Shadow Word Death. And I was like, ugh. So I would wait until he played the Shadow Word Death on another minion. And then I would, he had 2 Shadow Word. So, and of course he had it in his hand. Every time he would have exactly what he needed. So I had a really rough time with this. Like I said, it took me 12 or 13 times to finally beat it, but I did, and I got my classic pack, and I'm done.
Wow.
But oh my gosh, is it fun. So much fun. And I suggest pirates. You still got you can't go face. Usually when you play pirates, you can just go face and be done, but you kind of got to keep his board clear because he has some crazy cards. Some of these cards are like the 2/2 Squashling-esque card. I don't know the exact name of it, but at the when it attacks, it explodes. So after it attacks, it does the damage it does 2 damage, and then it explodes and does 3 damage to all enemies, including your face. And then there's a 0 cost, another squash or pumpkin-esque card. And 0/5, at the beginning of the turn, it explodes, and it doesn't do any damage, but it turns into 2 of those squashling that explode upon doing damage and do 3 damage to everything. It's he has a pretty powerful deck. He has a lot of crazy stuff. One of his spells is destroy all enemy minions with 4 or less attack. Yeah, that's tough when you're playing pirates or when you're playing little kitty cats and they all have 1 or 2 attack. I thought it was tough. I mean, other people may have had better luck, or they just are better Hearthstone players than me, or they just are fastidious.
Yeah. I was gonna say I started with a witch, and utilized. I didn't have the same experience you did. I was able to get much more utility out of the double spells. And the big thing it really helped me out was when I had a heal of some sort, it would double heal me. And
wow, that must be nice.
Summoning cards, and I got to double summons. And yeah, it was a lot of those, but I didn't win.
Never saw those.
So I didn't win. However, I then did the cat version and utilized that quite well. I mean, the hero power summons a cat, but the big thing was that every time you attacked, the hero power now was every time you attacked a non-hero minion and you damaged it and he still had the health left over, then you would summon a cat. That's what it was. And I was able to frequently damage my opponent's minions multiple times to get multiple cats. And I had I just kept had a board almost full of cats constantly, and cats and the butler dude that summons a random 1/1 minion every turn at the end of every turn was also working like crazy. So I would just
from Karazhan.
Yeah,
Morose.
Yes. So I had lots of minions to play with. So that one was the one I was able to win and did it pretty easy. So two matches done. Got my pack. I was happy. But yes, it is fun. Pretty cool. You gotta check it out. Okay. Well, I guess about the last thing we should really talk about is BlizzCon. So yeah, I had a lot to talk about last week, and you weren't around. So
Oh gosh. Well, before today, the biggest thing I was excited for was obviously the Hearthstone and the many different things that we were going to do with Hearthstone while there. We hadn't been there since they
2016.
stopped. Yeah, since they stopped doing the World Championships. So 2016 was the last time they did the World Championships there, and I believe it was it Pavel that won that year?
Yep.
So Rez and I were actually on stage during one of those or two of those final games. This is really, really cool being up there and watching them play from the Tavern. Of course, the Tavern was amazing. Then the next year, they had the World Championships at a later date, not at BlizzCon, but they actually expanded the Anaheim Convention Center and they made a completely new Tavern. So that was one of the things I was super excited about this year, was going into the new Tavern and seeing all that stuff and seeing the global games. Now we have the global games finals going in. I believe we're down to 8 final countries, Brazil, New Zealand, and 6 others going head to head with their teams of 4 or 5 people. I don't follow competitive Hearthstone that much, but I know enough to know that the global games will be there and we will be able to watch it. And super stoked about that. Super stoked about the new Tavern. But of course, after today, that almost, and I feel it's weird. The one thing I'm super psyched about has nothing to do with Blizzard. It's Lindsey Stirling. But I'm still super psyched. So I gotta show you what I got this week. Besides my new cycling cap, which I'll be sporting at BlizzCon.
Is that what's on your head?
Yeah. So if you see a old man with
me
that looks exactly like me,
oh, okay,
running around BlizzCon like a chicken with his head cut off, with a younger looking guy chasing him around, that would be Rez. And he has a cycling cap on. Please come up to me, say, "Hey, Espo," and introduce yourself. I don't know that anyone else will have a cycling cap on at BlizzCon. So, but I got something.
Okay.
This year, I gotta stretch my head. So this year we will be further away from the convention center. We won't be I think it was like quarter mile. But Zeroshio gave me. Man, I went to the Blizzard store and I ordered a bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, dude, I think I'm going to do that. I think I am going to go ahead and get and I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, yes, we can see it.
So it is the Hearthstone Adventures backpack. So super excited. I have my Hearthstone Adventures backpack. And dude, I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be able to have everything inside of this, including extra socks, because you can't have enough socks when you go on an adventure. And I could pull stuff out of here for days. It's already ready. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. It's. I mean, you didn't see that coming.
No, definitely did not.
I will say this, and I don't know if it's the survivalist in me, but everywhere I go, I always have an extra pair, probably wool sock. It's just, I have to, yeah. You never know, dude. You might need an extra pair of socks.
Then.
And wool socks. So yeah, Adventures backpack.
Just a reminder, by the way, we're going to be in Southern California and it's going to be 70 degrees.
70 degrees is nice, dude.
Yeah, wool socks.
I wear wool socks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I am, or 24 a day, but I do wear wool socks when I ride my bike in the summertime. They're just short. They don't go all the way to my knees. Yeah. So the socks that I wear, and I will plug them because they're awesome, and I get them at a decent rate where I work. Smart wool socks. You heard it here. Smart wool socks. Go out and get you some. They are awesome.
There you go. You heard it.
Yeah, I swear by them. They're amazing. They're lifetime guaranteed. Incredible. So, Smartwool, if you want to sponsor our little podcast here where we talk about Hearthstone and socks,
Apparently so.
come on in.
Nice.
So, dude, what are you excited for about BlizzCon?
I'm excited to see
Besides seeing me
everybody.
in wool socks in a cycling
Yeah,
cap.
well, that's gonna be definitely interesting. I hope to see you in a little bit more than that, though.
Oh my goodness.
So, anyways, I'm most excited to see you guys because I've got Ariane coming, I got Zerogio coming, I got you and Rez. I get to see all you guys all together at the same time, plus bringing with me Squishy Dragon, and
Yes.
it's going to be super exciting to have all of us together. I'm imagining all the things we're going to get in trouble doing in our escapades across that whole event.
Yes.
We have enough people to do a mythic raid challenge. We have to do that. You do know that, right? The WoW mythic challenge.
Oh yeah, we'll have enough people.
Yes, we'll have enough people because you have to do a mythic challenge against a mythic dungeon with people that you can do it with your people that you have, or you have people that come up, but you get an in-game pet, I believe it is, or you get some in-game reward for completing it.
Oh. Speaking of in-game pets, Asmodan.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. That's news.
Yes.
Even though it's Diablo.
Yes.
It is BlizzCon though.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
Go on.
I think the second thing I'm excited about is the possible opportunity of meeting people.
Oh, dude, you just made me sad though.
What?
In 2016, we went to BlizzCon and we met up with Ann and Jeremy, my
Yes.
really good friends from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes.
I went all the way to California, hadn't seen them in probably a year, and I run into them. Dude, we played Overwatch with them and it was awesome.
Yes.
I'm sad because that's what I really like doing. I liked waiting in line with Ann and Jeremy.
Well, see, the
playing
great thing
Overwatch.
is that hopefully we'll get an opportunity to meet with other people we haven't met before, that we maybe talked to or interacted with through this podcast that
Yeah.
are able to actually meet us there and see us.
But that's like the only place I can see in Jeremy is BlizzCon, and I
Even
play Overwatch.
though you live 30 minutes away from them. But
I can't
anyways,
play Overwatch anywhere else.
oh boy. So those are two of the biggest things. I'm actually kind of hoping it works out that we get a media pass because I had some really cool interactions with other people who do cool things around the Blizzard community. For
Yes.
example, I got to sit down for half an hour with Scott Johnson 2 years ago and just chat about kids, art, what we do, and just fun. It was a blast. And I'm hoping
He's
to.
an amazing artist.
I want to try and meet up with him again and just kind of chat.
He's
with
a
him
really
some.
good artist.
So there's that, and I actually got to meet Patrick Beja once back in the. He's
Oh, you did?
yeah. I was. It was hilarious because they had the in the back in the media room they had machines set up with the Overwatch where you could play Sombra back there, and they had machines there, but they were for the media people only.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to get in on them and actually sit there and play a couple times. And I'm
Now, he's from the UK, right?
France. Well,
That's
now,
right. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
yeah.
France
Yeah, that's
now.
right.
He's in Finland now.
That's right.
But,
yeah.
I'm playing, and I realize one of my team members, it says Patrick. And I'm just looking around, and I see a scarf. I'm like, oh. So afterwards, I went up to him, got to talk to him a little bit, and he was awesome. Got nice to meet him, and it's great. I'm like, I got to meet Patrick too. That's cool. And of
Yeah.
course, Garrett was there, and he was tall, and I think what is he, 4 inches taller, 5 inches taller with his hair?
Oh, Garrett. What is his last
Wine's Earl.
name? Wine's Earl. Yes.
Yeah.
He. You know what? I think
Wine's Earl.
I want to say he's also a graphic artist.
Yes, he
if
is.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
But I
And-
think his full-time gig is podcasting now.
it is, and he also does
Yeah.
stuff on the side, I think.
Yeah.
And then also I want to catch up with Brian Ibbett from the he's a co-host with Scott Johnson on one of their shows called the Morning Stream. I want to meet up with him and talk to him because he's a huge podcaster. I mean, super huge podcaster. His show, he does a show on music, on covers called Coverville.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for 12 years, I believe it is. And he was one of the first people inducted into the Podcast Hall of Fame. I want to sit down and talk with him for a little while. I mean, just there's so many cool people I want to meet there, but I also want to meet you guys too. So,
yeah. That's what I was going to say. I want to meet anybody that has listened to at least one of our episodes. Sure. I want to meet them and I want to say thank you because, yeah, I met somebody in 2016 that listened to our podcast. You might know him. His name is Yang Wu.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, so I met him and hung out with him a lot.
Yeah,
sat with him during a few panels and talked to him during the Q&A. And actually, he did a little over show bumper. At one point, we got him to do that.
Yep.
So maybe I can get Lindsey Stirling to do a bumper show.
Wow. Yeah.
I want her to do a bumper for my classroom.
Well, we were already talking about that earlier because my oldest daughter, her husband actually submitted a entry into a contest that she ran for a poster for one of her concerts, and he won. And they chose his design and used it for the poster for their London show.
Yeah,
and it's like, that's
Jeremy,
insane.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Well, so too. That kid, I don't know who he is. Who's Jeremy? It's a running joke.
Yes.
Way old too. But shout out to Jeremy. He's an amazing artist. Of course, me being a teacher and an artist.
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's just incredible. That's good stuff. But yeah, I definitely want to meet anybody that has listened to even one episode, Legend of the Innkeeper. Please come up to the guy in the cycling cap and say, "Hey, Espo, I listened to one of your episodes. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't. It doesn't matter. Just come up and introduce yourself. Mm-hmm. I want to know who you are. I want to meet everybody that has listened. I want to meet everybody at BlizzCon."
Well,
I think Mike Morheim said it best.
Go ahead.
He said, people at BlizzCon are just not strangers. They're friends that you haven't met yet.
Yes.
I think he said something like that.
Yep.
And that stuck with me. And I think he might have said that either last year or the year we were.
It was the year we were there, I think.
That's true. Yeah.
The other thing is, like you were mentioning, people coming up to you and saying hi. I mean, I was creeped out quite a bit the first time, but Chris from Game Case.
I love this.
I'm walking past the line and I see this guy in a kilt with purple hair, the biggest smile I've ever seen on my life, waving at me frantically. I'm like going, are you waving at me or somebody else? I'm like, you're wearing a kilt. What? But I guess it's like you, the cycling cap. I mean, you can't miss the guy. He's huge and he's got that. Yeah, I was like, wow. But got to talk to him, for hours, it seemed like. Many times when we were walking back to the hotel or walking to go get food or whatever. But he is such a nice guy and he was so family. He knows my family. And he's asking about the girls. He's like, how are they doing? How's she doing with her art? How's she doing with her game design and all that stuff? Because they follow the girls also in the same process. So it's just fun to talk to people like that. Yeah. Now, what am I looking forward to Blizzard-wise? My biggest thing I'm most looking forward to, other than the Hearthstone expansion, is the Diablo announcement.
Oh, so you think they're going to talk about the Hearthstone expansion?
They are definitely going to talk about
it. I would think so.
But I think the way I look at it is that it's a known quantity that it's coming. There is something there. We know something is coming with Diablo. We're not sure what it is.
I know exactly what it is. They told me today.
Oh, good. Okay. What's that?
It's so I don't know if you've ever played this game, Bejeweled or Candy Crush.
Oh, that's right.
So they're coming out with a Diablo version of Candy Crush.
That would explain why they have all the candy corn behind on the Hearthstone board.
So it's going to be Blizzard's new mobile app, and it's Diablo Crush. And what you do is you actually line up little Diablo heads, little succubuses, and all kind of stuff like that. And then you actually get you get stuff in other Blizzard games. So as you go through levels in this Bejeweled style game, you gain in-game pets in WoW. You get packs of Hearthstone cards when you line up, enough packs or books of Cain in the Bejeweled style Candy Crush game. So yeah, they're coming out with a mobile game, and it's going to do is it's going to actually it's going to open up doors for people who want to play Blizzard games and get in-game goodies for free. But you still have to play this game to get them. So it's kind of like your free-to-play game that gets you free stuff in the Gather games, right? Right. So that's going to be the big Diablo thing, and pretty excited about it. And if you believe me, you might want to quit listening to this podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I quit listening already.
Yeah. I told my wife that, and because she plays, Candy Crush or whatever she plays on her phone. I always see her swiping little pieces of candy, and they fall down. And I was like, "Are you playing Tetris?" But yeah, it was. Yeah.
So, I do want to say that it was kind of cool that in one of, I'm a hunter in World of Warcraft. Is my primary. And
congratulations. So is everyone else.
Yes, so is everyone else. Except for the other guy the other day who was telling me I will never play Hunter, but that's different. One of the groups I'm a part of is a Warcraft Hunters Union on Discord. And there's also another really big one called True Shot Lodge. But it was kind of funny and cool that the head of the Warcraft Hunters Union is Miss Foxy, and she was super excited because she got accepted to be at the meet and greet at Calm Before the Storm.
Oh, sweet!
It's like, yes, okay, so it's another person that I get to meet, somebody that I kind of know in passing through the community, and it just reminds me that, okay, if you get the chance to go to Calm Before the Storm, take a moment to go by and meet the people who are at the meet and greet. Mm-hmm. Even if you're not that really into some of those things, and maybe you are and you don't even know it, but I'm telling you, the people who are doing these meet and greets are hoping beyond hope that some of their people that they interact with get a chance to come by and say hi.
That's where I saw Anne and Jeremy.
Exactly.
Except I was sitting behind the table, and
exactly.
I said to Rez and Vestidius, I looked over at them, and I was like, "You guys,
I gotta go
meet somebody real fast. I'll be right back." And I ran from out behind the table to go, I didn't wait for them to come to our table. I went and found them.
Yes.
Because they didn't know I was there.
Oh my goodness. So my point is that, like, for example, Zerosho, he's going to be doing a meet and greet with his show, Hero Power.
Which is awesome. That is so cool. I'm glad he got in on it. Take the moment
to go cycle through there and check out who's there and go say hi to them.
Definitely.
You never know who you're going to run into. People you may actually listen to all the time are going to actually be there, and they get to say hi. And many of these places are going to have little things to give away, like stickers or other little gotchas, Tamagotchis, or whatever you want to call them, stuff to hand out too. So go say hi. It'll make their night. Trust me. We were super excited to get to meet people when they came by when we did it. We're not doing it this year because Espo's doing the big stage production where he's gonna go up there, and I think you're doing handstands. Is that what it was?
Definitely not.
Or no, you were doing bike parkour. That's right.
Or also called trials riding.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
It's actually, there's a thing called trials riding, and it's like bike parkour.
So if you're gonna want to see something awesome, come see Espo do bike parkour, or trials as he calls it.
And you don't look up me though. Look up Danny McCatskill, and I'm telling you, I'm telling you, Danny McCatskill. If you want to see some bike parkour, this kid, Danny McCatskill, your jaw will drop. But yeah, so if you, in all seriousness, if you do get out to Southern California on Thursday night, even if you don't have a BlizzCon ticket, you can go to this Con Before the Storm. It's the convention before Blizzard, and it's Thursday night, and I believe it starts. The party starts at like 6, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there'll be panels. That obviously the meet and greet. Which, if you don't go by and see Zerosho at the meet and greet, I will probably hunt you down and hurt you because he is my wingman. He is one of my really close friends.
And I have a feeling I have a feeling we're going to be kind of hanging around in that area. So if you're really looking for us, we'll probably be there.
Yeah, we'll be around Zero Show.
Also, there's
but
the
anyway,
big art.
and I will also be on stage.
There's
I
also
will
the
be
big
there
art thing
posting.
too. There's a
Yes,
huge area where they're having fan art, and the coolest thing in the world is that if you hang out at the end, they give it away. It's a drawing, and you get free art. That is amazing. I mean, awesome art.
Cool. Yeah.
Talk a second. I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah. So, of course, we were there 2 years ago, and I have a feeling this year it will be twice as big. I mean, it's amazing. Like Anne just said in Twitch chat, she actually won the raffle for Alana the Woebringer, which was a WoW TCG card that someone did the artwork for. And this is fan-made art. And Vastidius won his what
Soldier
is that?
76.
Soldier 76?
Yeah. This incredible piece was done by Nocluse. It's Nocluse on DeviantArt.com. Soldier 76. It's an awesome piece. I'm actually going to be putting it on the wall here. I was actually going to redesign my office, but I'm waiting till after BlizzCon to see what I end up coming back with.
So we will come back with stuff.
And this is going to go up there with that too, because I do enjoy my Overwatch also, but this is a cool piece. I really like this. So, anyways, so you saw me get it out of the closet. That's why it's just being safe back there until I just redesign. So
yeah.
And I think we got one more piece that was like a Mercy piece that Squishy got because she's a big Mercy fan. So,
one thing I did want to mention. Yep. So there is also going to be a fireside gathering at the Con Before the Storm, and it is free. And I definitely think you should join. You should bring your mobile device of choice and come play in the giant fireside gathering that will be happening at the Con Before the Storm. Hopefully, I will be able to take part in it. Of course, I will have to bow out early because I will be talking Hearthstone with very, very cool people up on the stage.
Okay, well, I think that's all. Those are 2 things I'm looking most forward to.
Well, I tell you what, dude, I want to go right into and said the 2 things that you're looking forward to in our top 3 things this week, which will end the podcast for tonight.
Okay.
Top 3 things we want to see at BlizzCon.
Number
1 for me, friends. And those are people, like Mike Morheim said, total strangers that have listened to podcasts that I don't know yet, and I will know after BlizzCon. Please, please, please. I can't emphasize. Seek me out. Find me. Tap me on the shoulder. Don't try to steal my backpack. But, come find me in the cycling cap. Come find Rez. Come find Vastidius. And, say, hey, guys, I'm not going to tell you my name, but I listen. That's it. You don't even have to introduce yourself. I just want to know that someone out there has listened to us. Makes me feel good. But oh my gosh, friends, you guys are all my friends. If you're listening right now, friend, and super excited about meeting friends. Super excited about the Tavern. I know it was there last year. This year it's going to be even better because it's another year. So they had another, kind of fix up and figure it out more. Super excited about the Tavern. It's going to be amazing. Last time we were there, they had food, beverages, and live musicians. It was really cool. And of course, number 3, Lindsey Stirling. I had to.
Yeah, of course.
But I could go on and on about the things I'm.
There's
my top 3: Friends, Tavern, and Lindsey Stirling.
One thing I was thinking about the other day, I actually looked it up to see, is that we've actually hit a milestone in the last couple weeks that kind of impressed me a little bit. We've hit a milestone of 400,000 downloads since we've done this show.
That's awesome.
That's a lot of downloads, dude. That's a lot of people listening to the show. So that means there are 400,000 people out there that need to meet us.
Okay.
That's how the math works, right?
So I don't think that's possible because there's only, I'm not a mathematician, but we will be out there for 3 nights. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday night.
I don't
know that there's enough
That's
time.
125,000 people per night.
Is that even? I don't even know if that's possible. Yeah, I would
No.
actually. Yeah,
And there's
no,
only
I do.
you're supposed
I'm
to say
still saying.
there's only 25,000 people going to be there, okay? Let
Oh,
alone.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
So yes, I know, but that's a lot of people we've had interaction with over the last 3.5 years that we've been doing this. So
Yeah,
we'd love to see you guys. So anyway,
definitely, definitely.
I can't say any more. I mean, just next week this time we're going to be in Anaheim.
What did you? You didn't say your third. You said those are
Oh.
the two things you're to, and that's what prompted me to say top three. So your top three things. You got to put them in order. Number one thing you're looking forward to at BlizzCon. Go.
Friends and family. Yeah,
Dude,
friends.
you cheated off me.
Friends.
cheated
No,
right
no,
off
no.
me.
I
That
had
was
to.
my
I mean,
first.
I said it first because you asked me earlier. Remember?
Oh, I guess you did. Yeah.
Two is I'm gonna lump still the people I look up to as friends because they're friends.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
Scott Johnson and those guys, I always look up to them as people where I like to
I
learn
hope
from.
they'll be friendly to you again this year because they were friendly
They're
to you
always
last.
friendly. Those guys are awesome. I want to see. I want to play whatever's cool and new.
Okay, that's a good number
and
three.
and that's across all the games because
Yeah.
the year we were there, Somber was insane. That was like I was coming out of there going, Somber's my
I
new
got
main."
chills just thinking about it. I just got chills thinking about it. Yeah.
I got to play the Necromancer there, although that wasn't that big of a thing. It was fun to play with that because Necro was a blast D2 back in the day,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed that. Also got to play the new Mean Street cards there, and we got to meet Matt Place, and that was like awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome.
Got to participate in a tournament in a really amazing way. We got to play with some of the things coming up with World of Warcraft and also Heroes of the Storm. And so, I mean, there's a lot of different things to expect this year. We're definitely going to get some more information about the patch for a while. We're going to have probably a new Overwatch character and map possibly coming through that. New Hearthstone expansion. You got Heroes of the Storm characters usually. And some announcement for Diablo, which I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, well, we already know that. But,
And so it's like all
I
these
didn't
things.
mean to spoil it. I can't believe I spoiled it.
I think one of the other big pieces I'll say is my third one is I'm not a big artist myself in that I don't actually physically do art like most of my family does. And I count you too as one of those because everybody I know and associate with does art in some way. My art is this and music, not really music, but more digital stuff. I do all this digital stuff. That's more my art. But there is a big art focus emphasis at this year's BlizzCon. Every game is going to have a art panel and opportunity to do art with artists from the game. And I think that's going to be really, really cool. If not just for me, but for my girls to have an opportunity to sit down and especially the games that they really enjoy. Squishy's going to go to the one for Overwatch. Ariane will probably bounce between all of them. I think it's going to be really cool, an opportunity for them to sit down and really reach out and mix with other people. So I'm looking forward to see how that works out for them. So other than that, that's it. I'm looking forward to going. I just can't wait. So a lot of fun.
Dude, I'm going to put a 4.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive.
Okay.
It's gonna be awesome, dude. I can't wait to see you, dude.
Most of the time I saw you at the last one was the back of your head as you're dashing off somewhere else. I'm like, come back here. So
yeah, I was actually training for BlizzCon before. I was ready. Dude.
Well, I've definitely been putting in my extra workouts the last few weeks. My wife's shocked because I've gone 4 weeks in a row consistently and to the gym and also have hit my steps and everything numbers wise beforehand. Nice. And also been watching what I'm eating and doing all these things. And she's like, 4 weeks in a row. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So
I've been, I just charged my Fitbit. I've been hitting about 25,000 to 30,000 steps a day.
Wow.
So
that's a good number, man.
But I got the one with the heart rate. It's a hand-me-down from my wife. So, and I have this. I think I have the same band that you do.
Sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
I
similar.
like it. But yeah, I haven't been on the bicycle much. Shout out to our friend Jeremy, who last year met up with us at the con
Oh, right,
before
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cyclosis. So he also does bicycle racing. He I think did a few cyclocross races this year, and I've been trying to keep up with him. But yeah, dude, my heart's pounding right now because like, let me see, I'm at I'm at 70 beats per second, and I'm sitting down. So that's pretty crazy for me. I'm excited, dude. I can't wait to meet friends. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. And of course, Rez is actually coming into town tomorrow.
Oh, really?
So he'll be hitting North Carolina tomorrow. He'll be driving down bike shop and hopefully going to the bike shop either Saturday, Sunday, or Monday to get his new bike.
Nice.
Because he ordered it from the bike shop that I race for. So we'll be going there and getting him a bike and getting ready. I'm getting my wedding pictures done.
What?
Yeah. So I got married 5 years ago this past June. And I told my wife, I said, for 5-year anniversary, we're going to get wedding pictures. And then for our 10-year anniversary, we'll actually have a wedding. And, I don't know if I disclosed this on the podcast yet. And I think you knew I got married. So Leslie
Wait,
and
you
I
cut out right when you said that.
I got married at the courthouse.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that you didn't say I got married with a shotgun. Okay. So
yeah. So someone held a shotgun to my head and they get married. So yeah, Leslie and I, 5 years ago last June, we had been going out for like a year and a half, 2 years. And she finally decided to go to the courthouse with me. We took Rez and her mother, and they were our witnesses. We got married, and I said, at 5 years, we're going to get legitimate wedding pictures.
Nice.
By then, we'll maybe have a wedding dress and a tuxedo picked out, which we do. They're actually back in the back room. So we have a little place picked out where we're going to get pictures Saturday. I'm excited, dude. I'm going to get wedding pictures. Yeah,
oh my.
It's going to look legit. So I'll make sure I put those out on social media of some sort. And then, dude, in like 4.5 years, I'm going to get like well, we have a farm here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a wedding where, have somebody marry us. I'm going to try to get my dad to get ordained so he can marry. I think that would be really cool.
Apparently very easy to do.
Yeah, you write online.
Right online. Scott Johnson did it, and he's married like 2 family members in the last couple of years. So,
yeah, my friend wanted me to marry them, but it was it was. Oh, Ann just said her dad got ordained. Fine. All right, Ann, good job.
Yes. Well, you can be ordained as a minister for the Spaghetti Monster, isn't that what it is?
You can do it. So it's. She got married to her husband. Oh, well, okay. That's usually what happens.
Okay.
But, yeah. So, Ann.
Well, last thing I want to say.
Jeremy better be ready to go to my wedding.
Last thing is I do want to just shout out for Deadpool. He's been awesome as our legendary supporter. I do want to mention that if you want to be a legendary supporter, you can do it on Patreon at patreon.com/Legend of the Innkeeper.
I mean, I love Deadpool, but I would love saying someone else's name.
That's
too.
right. Well,
I would love to say Deadpool and
each month you get something in your inbox. It may be digital, it may be not. And as I've already mentioned to Deadpool, I am going to BlizzCon, and they have stuff I can pick up that may be a future reward for our legendary patrons. So if you're interested, it's a great opportunity for you to support the show and maybe get a little something for yourself too in the same process. So you're welcome. We definitely appreciate all the support we have throughout for our patrons for the years it's been out there, because it's made this possible, and it certainly helps us cover things that it costs to do this show. And we thank you for your support.
All those 400 downloads need to be downloaded from somewhere.
400,000? Yes.
Yeah, 400,000. Yeah. So we got to pay for server space. We got to pay for internet. Vestidius does all the paperwork. So I just
Espo doesn't even know what it means. So
no. I just talk about Hearthstone.
That's
and,
right.
I am blessed to have a good friend like Vestidius allow me to do that every week. I think all of you can attest to my excitement for this game.
Yes, definitely.
And Vestidius lets me do that, and I appreciate him, and I appreciate all you guys. But yeah, helping us in a legendary style, and also all of our other patrons that have helped throughout the years. We appreciate.
Yes, definitely.
It has definitely helped us keep going. We couldn't do it financially if it wasn't for you guys. So shout out to all of you guys, and I will definitely make sure that I patronize you guys at BlizzCon anytime I get a chance to, because you guys are part of the reason we are going to BlizzCon, so we can bring you great stuff, and hopefully you can. If you can't go, you will live vicariously through our podcast and us. We will.
Now, I should mention we are not recording next week.
Together.
We're literally not recording next week because we will be there. And I was joking about.
There will be an episode out, but it will be put out by the Con Before the Storm staff.
Yes.
So after we do our panel, which is recorded, they will give us a copy, and we will go ahead and put that out. So next week's episode will be a little later, but it will not be produced by us. It will actually be produced by the creators and the editors at Con Before the Storm.
Yep.
So they, 2 years ago, they gave us the copy. They were like, hey, here, feel free to, use it as your episode. So, it'll be the Hearthstone panel. And, we can link in the show notes everyone that'll be on that panel with me. But if you really want to know, just show up in Southern California next Thursday night and sit in the audience and cheer us on and say, go Hearthstone podcasters.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week, hopefully.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to go before Espo can't freak out and explodes and says something more. So thanks again, everyone. We look forward to seeing you next week, and we will talk to you after a while. Thanks again.
Good job, team.
Okay.
Dude, major BlizzCon hype. Like, as we started talking, I was like, meet people. I can't wait to meet people. It's going to be amazing. So much fun. I got my backpack, dude. I got a new cycling cap. I got enough socks for the whole weekend. I don't know where that came from, but I do love my smart wool socks.
The best part is you pulled it out of the bag.
I was like, okay, I don't care if everybody sees my sock. I'm gonna pull it out. So I pulled out my socks. They're clean, dude. Everywhere I go, though, seriously, I have Deadpool. Deadpool's in Twitch chat.
Yes,
good job.
He said he was late. He's sorry he was late.
Dude, everywhere I go, I have extra socks in my truck. I have extra socks everywhere. It's just everywhere.
That's your thing, huh?
Dude,
you freak
smart
out.
wool socks.
No. I mean, it's your thing. If you don't have socks, you freak out.
Oh yeah. If like my feet get wet, or and I don't have an extra pair of socks, I'll come home from work, and I'll switch socks. Any chance I get, I'll put on a fresh pair of socks. It just, for some reason, it makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I just get so excited. It makes me feel fresh and clean. I don't have to shower. In fact, I haven't showered in years. I just changed my socks. No, seriously. Oh, we're not on the podcast anymore. But I want to tell everybody that's still listening, if you go to BlizzCon, I do shower, so you can come up.
Yes.
I can't say that for everybody at BlizzCon, but yeah.
He also
BlizzCon,
sprays himself with cologne, this really strong stuff all the time too. It's like,
yeah. It's not that strong, but I do like to smell good.
It's not where you spray it in the air and walk through it. Espo goes.
Yeah, and it's not Axe body spray. It's like legit cologne, and I don't know. So all my life I've been a teacher. All my life, but past 20 years I've been a teacher, and I've always taught women, and I've always had this. I have like nightmares that I smell, so I make sure that I don't smell. And no one's ever complained that I smell too much. So
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Well, no, I mean,
and the cool thing is,
tell me.
I got Squishy. She's bringing glitter too. Glitter spray.
Nice.
Yeah, because she's gonna get Espo when he's sleeping.
Oh no, Anne, please. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I did hang out with Anne. I think I told you guys.
Yeah.
That I actually got to hang out with Anne and Jeremy and my brother-in-law in a pub. And
y'all played
we did
the TCG.
Yeah, we did a dungeon or a raid. And yeah, I always worry about going to, because you're in very close proximity to a lot of people. And it's and usually they're there for hours on end. Like no one just comes in, sits down for 5 minutes. They are there for hours. And I always worry that I'm going to smell. And another reason I like to smell good is because if I smell myself, then I'm not smelling other people. Right? Does that work like that? Like if you smell good and you're close to yourself, it kind of, I don't know. There are some stenches.
Yeah, there's some stench sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Anne, if you take my socks and tell me I smell, you know what? I think, Anne, you might be one of the only people that get away.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that he'll just go into the other bag that he's gotten, pull out another pair of socks. And if that happens, then if he's at home, he'll go in his glove box and there's an extra pair of socks.
Oh, yeah.
Under the hat, there's an extra pair of socks. Good stuff.
And they're all smart. Like if I ever have to put on like another pair of socks, like I think I have like 2 pair of these Under Armour socks. I was once
the hat actually doubles as a pair of socks. You can
That's
take
right.
that strip down the middle actually splits apart, and there's 2 different socks.
2 different socks. Yeah, backups. But yeah, I've been out and I ran out of socks. I had to go buy Under Armour socks, and I still have them. They're not 100% wool. They were like 50% wool, but I still have them. When I have to wear them, I get weirded out.
Okay, so we're gonna get you some of these and have these available to you. Emergency underwear and socks.
Underwear are good too. I do change my. But if Smart Wool, if they made underwear, I would, yeah.
Smart Wool socks. Let's see here. Smartwool.com. Clothing and accessories.
Maybe they do have underwear. They might have hats. I bet they have hats. Probably do. I should buy a Smart
Men's wool clothing. Pro socks.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta play some Hearthstone.
Sign up today. They have a hoodie.
And play me in Hearthstone.
That's a nice
Deadpool,
hoodie too.
Play me in.
Hey, it's October. You can get a sale, and they're donating.
They're donating socks to me?
They have underwear.
No.
Yes.
All right, I'm ordering now.
Printed boxer briefs.
Oh, no, I don't do boxer briefs. No, I do. Wait, what do? I do underwear. Any kind of underwear. If it's Smart Wool? Okay.
See, here's the problem I have with it is that I can't really, I'm hot all the time. And
dude, I am too, but it doesn't.
My feet, man, I take my socks off and it's like 5 degrees per sock.
Oh no, these wick the heat and moisture away from your.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're special. These are scientific.
I might have to try a pair then.
Here we go. On Amazon right now, dude.
I do like their hoodie. It's a men's Hidden Trail striped hoodie sweater. I've got a wool sweater, and it's just so hot. It's really comfortable, and it's great when it's really cold, but I can't wear
hear
it.
a word you're saying. I'm on a Smart. Oh, you shouldn't have done this. You should not have. Yeah. Get these.
Well, okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we will catch up with you guys next week sometime. Watch Twitter. We'll definitely be tweeting here and there as we can. So hopefully you see us on stream. Maybe Espo up on stage. You never know.
You never know.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again.
Later, everyone. Good job, team.